No one is born knowing what love is. We learn it from the eyes that first looked at us.
The way you desperately seek attention today or curl up in silence isn't a conscious choice at all. It's the reflection of an image imprinted on your retina and nervous system before you even learn to pronounce your name. Imagine a newborn opening his eyes for the first time. He doesn't know what love is. He's literally building it cell by cell through his mother's gaze. That first eye contact isn't just a magical moment. It's the fundamental architecture on which all your future romantic relationships will rest. The truth we often ignore is that your current love life, with its conflicts and joys, is a faithful mirror of those glances you received or denied decades ago. If today you feel an unfillable void or a constant fear of abandonment, the answer lies not in your current partner, but in that invisible genealogy. We are not autonomous beings who rationally decide who to love. Instead, we are programmed by an emotional alphabet written in the first months of life. This code determines whether you see the world as a safe place to explore or as a minefield from which you must constantly protect yourself. Have you ever wondered why some people seem magnetically drawn to rejection, while others flee as soon as intimacy becomes too deep? It all starts when your infant cries are met with a response, a warm hug, distracted indifference, or, worse, palpable anxiety. When a mother welcomes crying, she teaches the child's brain that their needs are valued and that vulnerability isn't a mortal danger. At that moment, the nervous system learns to regulate stress, creating a secure foundation that will allow the adult of tomorrow to love without suffocation. If, however, that cry has been ignored or experienced as a burden, the brain encodes the need for love as a threat to survival or as a nuisance to the other. This is the exact moment when control replaces security and love begins to resemble an exhausting negotiation to avoid being left alone. This isn't a fault, but a survival chemistry we call attachment, an invisible bond that shapes our ability to trust. Every time you feel unwarranted anxiety toward your partner today, it's that inner child still trying to figure out if its cries will finally be heard. But there's an even deeper level to this story. Your mother gave you not only her love, but also the burden of wounds she herself never healed. We are all links in a transgenerational chain where pain travels through the umbilical cord of the unconscious. A mother who has suffered abandonment will inadvertently project that fear onto her child, creating a bond of dependence that serves to heal her own loneliness, not that of the child. In this way, unwanted sacrifices and feelings of guilt are transmitted, becoming our invisible emotional prison. Have you ever felt guilty for being happy or successful, as if you were betraying the suffering of the person who brought you into this world? This happens because we have learned that love means sharing pain, and that healing would mean distancing ourselves from the destiny of our lineage. We often carry backpacks full of stones that don't belong to us, believing that the weight is part of our character or our destiny. In reality, we're simply reciting a script written by our ancestors, repeating the same mistakes because we have no other words for love. It's crucial to understand that your emotional blocks, that feeling of being wrong or undeserving of happiness, aren't manufacturing defects, but adaptive learning. The good news is that the human heart possesses extraordinary neuroplasticity. What was learned through pain can be unlearned through awareness. Recognizing the origins of your fears is the first step to stopping being a victim of your own genealogy and becoming the architect of your own heart. It's not about finding fault, but about observing your own history with the compassion needed to forgive others' inability to love you as you would have liked. Breaking the chain means stopping seeking eternal approval in every face we meet and starting to give ourselves that look of validation we've been missing. When you stop projecting your infantile need for protection onto your partner, love ceases to be a need and finally becomes a free choice. Every time you choose not to react with old anger or with the usual punishing silence, you are rewriting the genetic code of your soul. You are telling your past that the story ends here and that future generations will inherit no more shadows, but a conscious light. Looking into the abyss of the maternal bond requires courage, because it means accepting that our parents were merely imperfect human beings, themselves children of even more ancient wounds. This systemic perspective frees us from the role of judge and allows us to step down from the dock of our own lives. Your way of loving is not a death sentence, but an ongoing construction site where you can decide which bricks to keep and which to discard forever. You are not obligated to carry the burden of your mother's sadness, nor to mend the broken hearts of those who came before you to feel worthy of existence. Transforming wounds into awareness is the noblest act of rebellion you can perform against your biography, a gesture that heals the present and protects the future. Are you ready to look beyond that mirror and discover who you truly are, beyond the expectations and traumas that have been sewn onto you? Do you think your current way of loving is an inevitable fate or an upbringing you can finally transform into something new? Write the word chain in the comments if you feel it's time to discover how to transform your deepest wounds into a new form of awareness. Don't miss the next episode, where we'll explore the maternal archetype in more depth and how it influences not only relationships, but also your professional success and self-esteem. Your healing begins the moment you decide that your story belongs only to you.